I'm a pastry chef on an island in Maine, and this is everything I did at work today. If you've been following along, I started by making another batch of the toasted coconut and blueberry scone that I've been making, just kind of as a final pass in to make sure all of the dimensions and everything were correct. Then I started cleaning some pine for our balsam syrup. This is a simple syrup that we serve in coffees at the salt market, which is where I work. And the biscuits came out of the oven looking glorious as ever, and we headed over with the biscuits to the salt market, and I made myself a balsam mocha. If you've never had 2 shots of espresso over ice with a little splash of half and half and your flavor of choice, I need you to try it because it is simply my favorite way to drink coffee. Anyways, I took my scones out of the freezer. They were ready to cut, and then they went back into the freezer, and I started scaling out ingredients for chocolate chip cookies. And then by the time I was finished scaling those, the scones were ready to go in the oven. So I gave them an egg wash and some demerara sugar, and then those went in, and I started scaling some croissant dough. And this is kind of where my day derailed because the croissant dough actually did not work because the recipe was kind of incorrect, but I also read it wrong. The scones came out of the oven while I was trying to mix a dough that was not going to mix. They were delicious, by the way. I cleaned the mixer, got all of the goop out, and I started mixing the chocolate chip cookies. While those were mixing, I made the pre-ferment for another batch of croissant dough again, and then I scooped up all of my cookies, and then I had to lock in. I made scones really quickly. I made a huge batch, and then I remade my 2 books of croissant dough. This was kind of stressful, but I ended up getting everything done, and this is a dough that I haven't worked with before, and so I was also just kind of nervous that I wasn't gonna like it, or I don't know. Anyways, the texture ended up perfect. I had just misread the extremely chaotic recipe, and all is well, and I will be laminating on Monday morning.